much. It is great honor to be here and to have an opportunity to present Polish position and to present what is planned by us, what we already implemented, what are our deadlines. It's especially very good to have an opportunity to present you this information because of few misunderstandings and rumors about our attitude towards this project. So first of all, I would like to put Rail Baltica in context of core network corridors defined by European regulation. And as you can see, North Sea Baltic core network corridor, which has Mrs. Trautmann as its coordinator, links North Sea harbors of the Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany with Polish-Belarusian border, and today and Tallinn. All those 9 CNC corridors are mirrored by rail freight corridors, one of which I was managing director till the last September. And we also have rail freight North Sea Baltic corridor, which in accordance to the regulation number 930 from 2010, amended by regulation on CEF, is supposed to be stretched to Tallinn by 2020. Therefore, on every occasion, and I won't miss this one, we are inviting Latvians and Estonian colleagues to start active participation in these rail freight corridors. On the next slide, we are presenting a map of Poland, when you can see all the network operated by PKP PLK, our national infrastructure managers, and with colors we have indicated both CNC corridors and rail freight corridors. And from Polish-German border, here in the middle, in Frankfurt order, it starts Polish sections of both rail freight and CNC corridor, North Sea Baltic, and then it stretched to Warsaw, when it splits to Baltic States and to Polish-Belarusian border in Brześć and Małaszewicze. And on this slide, I would like to make few general comments. These slides actually present the current effort of Polish state to modernize its railway network. Within this perspective, we are planning to spend 16 billion euro, and with previous one we spent, well, a little bit less, 5, but it's still an amount. And by the end of this perspective, we don't know when it will come, we are supposed to have our network modernized, and part of this effort is of course Rail Baltica. But to enable Rail Baltic states to be connected with heart of Europe, we has also to undertake some other infrastructure challenges, like is for instance this light blue line in the middle of Poland from west to east. This is the part that will be of line between Poznań and Warsaw, will be modernized for €500 million, starting this June. And after we finish this with CEF money, it's important it's CEF money because then we have to conclude all the works by 2020, and afterwards we will secure full interoperability. Sorry, I can't say it. Interoperability, it's too hard for me. But after we finish this, and after we finish Rail Baltica, we will be able to secure for all of us full interoperability. You know which one? It will be good then. But we will increase capacity, we will increase safety, we will increase especially rail freight chances on competitive market of European Union, because now we can't say it's good. Now we can say that in Poland after spending huge amounts of money, we were able to stabilize the market part of freight at 16% of the market. And what else can we say about it? This is Rail Baltica only. It is for construction. It was divided into 5 stretches. First one, red one, is, as it was already said by Minister Bittel, it is almost already completed. It is scheduled to be open in the last day of May this year. This is phased project from the previous perspective. It costed us around 325 million euro, and this is specific lot, because to some extent it serves not only to long-distance trains, but this is also for commuters to Warsaw. Actually, up to this point, this is Małkinia. People are traveling every day to work to Warsaw. Of course, some of them maybe even travel farther to work to Warsaw, but to Małkinia there is stable everyday flow to work. So part of this line will be 4-track line to separate commuter flows from long distance ones. The second, yellow one, it is the project within this perspective, first call of CEF. We already obtained funds, and it will cost us 240. This second one, blue one, is the rest of the route to Białystok. The second call of CEF, we also obtained the money. We are thanking netto payers for this. And this will be a little bit more expensive, almost 400 million euro. And 2 last ones. 2 last ones, which I think are most interesting for you today. The green light one, it's this from Białystok to Ełk, and the dark one, it's from Ełk to Trakiszki. For these 2 sections, we ordered feasibility study in 2014, and the feasibility study foreseen scenario with 140 as a maximum speed for passenger trains. We had some discussions with the Commission and our Baltic friends since then, and it was possible to upgrade within the same feasibility study this section to Ełk, this light green. This line now, this is 1-track line now, pretty straight with electrification, and therefore we were able to upgrade it to 160 double-track electrified, and this was sent to the INEA to be evaluated within the 3rd CEF call, and we are expecting an answer by mid of this year. And then we have the last dark green. Even on this slide, you can see how much curved is this section. So we were not able to even consider using documents we've got now to project anything above 140. Therefore, decision was taken to start a new feasibility study, and then on the next slide I can show you. No, now we'll have few boring slides about technical parameters of these stretches. These are for these 2 first, red one and yellow one, from Warszawa to Czyżew. You can see at above the parameters before start of the construction. On the bottom of the slide, the parameters there will be for operations. For the first section will be till the after June this year. This is the second section to Białystok. End of works 2021, and we are reaching Białystok with 160/120 and 221 kilonewtons per axis. This is this project to EUK, which has been sent to INEA for CEF funding within the third call. Also 260/200 full limit of axle load and full limit of length of freight train. This length of freight train is a tricky one. I would say one of the most expensive, and every railway undertaking always is pressing that it is urgent, and then nobody order such a long trains. And this is the last one. As we said, we've got alternative here, and this alternative is displayed on this table. Here on this green light, you've got how it would be to continue with the current feasibility study, and how it would be to ask for the new one. The difference in time, in journey time, it's 12 minutes. For this 12 minutes, we should pay, well, that's difficult, 180 million euro, and of course it will be much later. Therefore, at this on this topic, the decision has not been yet reached. Okay, and it's not that we don't want to spend this additional 180 million euro. It's, as I said at the beginning, that we are currently during the 16 billion euro program, and this 16 billion euro program is of course to absorb EU funds. But to absorb EU funds, even if the threshold of EU contribution is 85%, in reality it's 85% of eligible costs. So I can assure you that after now more than 10 years of experiencing usage of European funds, 85% of eligible co-financing means you need to find 40% of the project by your own. And therefore, when I had a slide, well, we can do it because I've got two of this. Here you can see that this Rail Baltica in Poland may cost us 2 billion euro. It means that 40% of this, it's roughly 800 million, I believe, we will have to cover it from our own sources. And I think the same would apply for the Rail Baltica governed by Rail Baltica joint venture. And second thing is that we have been listening here to modal shift, to a possible number of passengers, possible number of goods transported by this new or modernized, like in Poland, infrastructure. And in this respect, we also have some experience. First of all, it's the legal one. According to the Article 8 of Directive number 34, member state is responsible to secure financial balance of the infrastructure manager. And according to Article 32, access charges must be based on marginal costs. Those two articles combined means that we in Poland soon will have to spend 1.2 billion euro yearly to subsidize our infrastructure manager. So it's not that we don't want to spend additional 800, although I just said this decision has not yet reached. It's said that this might be marginal 180 million. Few next slides, it's like advertised of northeastern part of Poland. Here are the challenges, environmental challenges in this part of our regions. And further, I will have a pleasure to show you a few pictures. These are two of few points when there will be some environmental problems. This at the bottom is Biebrzański National Park. It's so attractive that I've got also this on the other slide. You may see it over here in the bottom. This is the biggest national park in Poland, a refuge for many species of birds. And we'll have to cross it with double line track. But I'm quite certain you've got also such a beautiful places in your countries. This is other. Of course, this is in the picture you've got current status of Rail Baltica in most northern part. It won't look like that. We can promise you. We will have double line, electrified line with GSMR. Only question is the maximum speed for passenger trains. But why it's so difficult for us to take this decision? Look, here on the left, this is current line. Here on the right, this line, how would this line would look like if it would be for 160? As I said, this most northeastern part of this line in Poland is extremely curved because of the post-glacial terrain. But I also quite certain that you've got exactly the same. But you are building brand new lines, so that may be a trickier. We don't even start to think about what the people will say if we're going to not the people that are living there. They will just be given the money and go somewhere else. But you know, this green activities, and so we've got our road colleagues already experienced it in Rozpuda River near Augustów. Maybe some of you remember this. This is a new, beautiful line, very picturesque. It won't look like this, unfortunately. And this is other. Well, I like this mostly because of this lake here. You could, I know you would like to go there. There are plenty of mosquitoes. Oh, maybe not now, but. And this is the same. So this is actually this problem that we are going to build a new line with a new environmental impact assessment. We will have to reach a new environmental decision. For this, we already have one, and we will have to spend 180 million more for 12 minutes for passenger trains. We've got one passenger trains to Lithuania and two other trains to Lithuania. That's in total 3 trains to Lithuania. That's significant growth. A few years ago, we don't have a train to Lithuania every day. Okay, this is a few sentences about Biebrzański National Park. Okay, we'll have probably killed this animal. But with this, we can live. There are plenty of them. But look, over here, it's grouse. This may be last one. We are even not sure if the picture is not taken somewhere in Estonia. Okay, and with this advertising my country, I would like to two last slides. This is the station in Suwałki. Beautiful, reminds old time of Russian Empire. Regardless what routing will be chosen, this one will stay more as a monument of architecture because we'll have to build a new bypass of Suwałki. And I was quite interested in this Macon case because probably the same will be in Suwałki. Suwałki are also about 60,000 people, and they will be given a brand new station somewhere in the woods. And this is actually the last slide of my presentation. You could quite visibly see that this was done by me. So, those difficult shapes in blue, Warsaw, then it's Białystok, then it's Sokółka, and above it's Ełk. Warsaw is, of course, the main area of hubs. There are plenty of hubs. On this line from Frankfurt Oder, there are plenty of those hubs on both North Sea Baltic corridors, mainly in Poznań area, then near Kutno. Kutno is almost in the center of country, and then Warsaw. Up in Białystok, we've got around 20 terminals, depots, and such investments. Then there are also in Sokółka, and there are also some not indicated here near the Russian border with Kaliningrad area, but all of those are to accommodate trade with Russia or Belarus, because frankly speaking, we don't have much goods carried by rail right now. But of course, we just saw a couple of presentations. We know it will change, but then we believe in our entrepreneurs and private capital, and those terminals will be created, possibly in Ełk, because as you can see in Ełk, we've got 5 lines crossed, and this is also the good point with this most upper indicator that pointing our harbor centricity. The one arrow beneath pointing cross-border with Belarus in Kuźnica, Białostocka, and this down, this is the cross-border point Terespol-Brześć, the biggest one with the biggest hour on this CNC corridor of Belarus. Okay, thank you very much. This was my presentation. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.